everyone, welcome back to another Transformers toy review. Today we're taking a look at one of the first figures from the Transformers Legacy line, and this is Iguanas. Now there's a few, I think 3 in the first wave of this kind of Legacy line, which are core class, which are the smaller figures. Now first thing I just want to mention is Hasbro started off doing their kind of plastic-free packaging, apart from like the ties and stuff, which are still plastic. So this is the type of thing that it comes in. It comes with like a background in there, and you can see the figure in there in robot mode or monster mode here. And then you get some nice artwork up here, stuff on the side here, core class, more on the back there, and just shows 15 steps of transformation. And in the actual instructions, which you get with him as well, there's obviously, as well as showing you what's what, there is like a little QR code thing here, which if you scan it takes you to the tech specs for that particular figure. The other thing that it shows you as well as transformation, is that if you combine the weapons there, you get this kind of special souped up weapon, which, believe it or not, I crazily bought the other 2 figures because I wanted to do that. So this one was the really only figure from this particular wave of core class figures that I wanted to pick up. And you see they're quite pricey. They're I think the retail price on these is around £14. So it's a lot for a smaller figure. They do have a lot more kind of articulation stuff going on for them. And they are, you know, sort of touch bigger than what would be, I guess, core class before. I guess this would be like a commander core class or scout class, whatever you want to call it. So here he is anyway. Stop all the waffling. He is nicely painted. So he's got yellow paint in here, this golden red throughout, even some cream paint across here. Even his weapon is nicely painted in this kind of brass, kind of goldish sort of colour, and the red here as well. All his wheels and stuff are painted, and that's more of like a pinky sort of colour, and then more kind of gold and stuff on his legs there as well. Plenty of articulation, but we'll come to that. Now, just in terms of a size comparison, here he is alongside the like Power of the Primes, like Pretender things. So you can see he's, you know, almost twice the size of those ones with a lot more articulation. Now, if you were to bring in the original Pretender, that, however, is something altogether different. So I will just bring up the camera so you can see the 2 side by side there. You can see, yeah, he's a good deal bigger than him, but you can see the color scheme and stuff that he's gone for. They are more or less the same with the black on here. Maybe they've just got missed out a bit of black on here, but the gold, everything else is more or less the same and accurate to the original figure. These bits here and what he transforms into is actually a nod to the actual inner Pretender, who kind of has those colors and transforms into something like a bike. Unfortunately, I don't have the inner Pretender for this one. And you see he's got like a tail there as well. Yeah, so I just got this one here, so I don't actually have the Pretender to go in that, unfortunately. Otherwise I would show you. But here's the figure himself. I'll go through the articulation and everything else on him. You see Castle Grayskull in the background there. So the head, first of all, just make sure that's focused, and the head, bit of up and down, kind of side to side there a little bit. So pretty decent. The arms are on a ball peg and they go up and down. They're kind of hindered by this piece here, but they could go all the way around if this bit was moved out of the way. And again, on the elbow there, and that'll swivel over as well. No waist articulation. Oh yes, you do get waist articulation. It does go all the way around. And that comes in handy for the transformation. And the legs as well are pretty flexible. They'll go out to there, forward to there, and back to there without kind of causing any damage. And the knee again on a ball peg, so it'll bend up to there and will also swivel round. And the feet as well, forward, back, out to the side. Yeah, and you can swivel them around as well. And he's got kind of these 5mm pegs underneath, so you can peg stuff in. And then with his hand, you see he's got a smaller peg here designed for this. And then these 5mm ports here designed to plug other bits on, so you could plug that onto the back if you wanted to. That's what he would look like with it on. Even onto the back of his leg, if you so wish. And then these can also peg in there as well. So there's a few different places where it can all kind of peg on. He's a very cool looking figure. Would like to see if they'd do any more of these kind of pretender ones. It would be quite nice if they did. He transforms into this kind of bike thing. So I'll try and remember best I can how to do this. So you want to unpeg the stuff at the back here. This bit actually comes over and kind of goes over his head. This all kind of comes out and swivels out, I think, from memory. Like that. And that will go that end like that, I think. Yeah, I think so. And then the arms come round and they should peg into there. Is that right? Yeah, like that. So they kind of, this bit kind of pegs into that bit there, which will kind of pop it down a little bit. You can feel it. There you go. Like that. And then the hands will actually peg over the wheel like that. Like that on the other side as well. So you can see kind of got the kind of front part kind of sorted out. And then, yeah, I think this piece here, I think this actually moves around like that, I think. I think I've got that right so far. I think this bit actually comes up a little bit further. Pegs in like that, you see. So that's a little bit better in terms of how I've got that situated. And this bit up here, yeah, that goes along there, so it kind of moves up. And then this bit here, you swivel these legs around and they'll peg into here. So you'll have to bend the knee, then peg it into there. Like that. And then the leg is going to bend round and forward like that. And you're going to peg it into the side of here like that. And then you're just going to repeat the same thing again. So I've only transformed this once, and I'm kind of, from memory, I didn't look at the instructions either time. I just kind of looked at the picture of it. So it's fairly self-explanatory, but also a bit intuitive in terms of how you kind of get the transformation working. And then you've, I'll just focus that a second, sorry. And then you've got your bike, and it does roll pretty nice. There isn't like a stand or anything to it, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a bummer. And then you've got this weapon here, which I'm supposed to peg onto there like that. And, and that's that. That's your vehicle mode. I mean, it's all right. There's some extra paint on here. The grey and the Decepticon symbol. Again, this kind of pinky sort of colour here. Even the wheels are painted which is really nice. So it's not a solid colour. They are actually painted. So all in all, it's done pretty well, I would say. And transforming him back is pretty easy as well. It's just a case of unpegging stuff. Swapping their legs around again. Like that. Moving the feet round. Moving the feet round. Swivel this round like that. Like so. I think also just that, no, the tail doesn't move, but and then move the hands around like this. And then it's just a case of getting all of this out of the way. So it kind of goes back like that, and then you just take this piece, unpeg it, and then it's going to come down into that space there and cover it up like that. So it all works pretty well. And because of all the posability on him, like the joints and everything else like that, you know, he can stand in quite a few different poses. Quite a bit of paint on him. 14 quid, I think, is a little bit steep for him, in my opinion. But he's still a cool toy. And, you know, if you're a sucker for Decepticon Pretenders like I am, I'm sure you'll be looking forward to picking this one up. I will be reviewing the others in the line as well. So that is Skywarp and Hot Rod. And we'll take a look at the combined weapon as well in another review. But that is it for now, guys. As always, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.